Here we have some data points, 4 of them, and we want to find the regression line for these 4 data points. Now, typically we would do this using a program like Excel or R or Python, but it's good to do one of these by hand every so often, just to remember how much we don't ever want to do this by hand. All right, let's start by making a little data table. We'll have a column for our X values, column for our Y values. Okay, so the first data point is 1, 3. Our second is 2, 4. Our third is 3, 8. And our fourth is 4, 9. In order to compute beta naught and beta 1, we're going to use the formulas beta naught equals sum of the y's times sum of the x squareds minus sum of the x times sum of the x y's and that's all going to be divided by n times the sum of the x squareds minus the sum of the x's squared. All right, so in order to do this, we need to figure out some x squareds, we need to figure out some x y's, and in this case is 4 because we have 4 data points. In order to figure out beta 1, we're going to use the formula n times the sum of xy minus the sum of x times the sum of y divided by n times the sum of x squareds minus the sum of x squared. Okay, so let's get each of these things set up in our data set or in our little table here. First thing, let's look at xy. So 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 4 is 8, 8 times 3 is 24, 4 times 9 is 36. Next, let's look at the x squareds. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, and 4 squared is 16. I always figure out my y squareds, though in this case, I don't really need it, but I've got 9, 16, 64, and 81. Okay, so sum of my x's. 1 plus 4 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, sum of the x's is 10. Sum of the y's. Well, I have 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 8 is 15, plus 9 is 24. Some of my xy's, I've got 8 and 24 is 36, plus 36 is 72, plus 3 is 75. That's not true. 8 and 24 is 32, plus 36 is 68 plus 3 is 71. Sum of the x squareds. So we've got 1 and 9 is 10, 4 and 16 is 20. So that's 30 in total. Okay. So our beta naught is going to be the sum of the y's, which is 24, times the sum of the x squareds, which was 30, minus the sum of the x's, which was 10, times sum of the xy's, which was 30, divided by n, which we know is 4 points. Sum of the x squareds is 30. Sum of the x's is 10. So this is 10 squared. And this gives us, if we plug it into our handy dandy pocket calculator, 0.5. Our beta 1 is n, which is 4. Sum of the xy's is 71, minus the sum of the x's is 10. Sum of the y's is 24, divided by n is 4. Sum of the x squareds is 30, and the sum of the x's is 10. So we get 10 squared there. And if we put that into the calculator, we get 2.2. So that means that our y in this model is going to be equal to 0.5 plus 2.2 times x.